Movie review, insurance company, with story written by Doris Arioli. This movie is directed by Oki Ifeanyi, produced and executively produced by Ruth Kadiri. This film, released on the 31st of July, 2025, is currently streaming on Ruth Kadiri YouTube channel. Synopsis: Bernadine Benny Lilian Esoro has just returned from overseas after the completion of her second master's degree program. She's given a hero's welcome by her husband Samuel Deza the Great. Benny is, however, in for a shocker when several attempts to get all cuddly, warmly and smoochy with her husband upon her return proved to be a lot more than a Herculean task. After much pressure, Samuel would eventually let the cat out of the bag. But the question begging for answer, is the cat dead or is it alive? My take: the movie is educational, relatable, entertaining, insightful, and interesting. You could find yourself angry at some of the characters for certain kinds of behaviors, which is a good thing as it shows a well-written script pulling viewers into the world of these characters. The movie highlights erectile dysfunction, buttressing how it could be psychological. Not in much details though, but the movie equally subtly touched on ectopic pregnancies. Furthermore, it made it clear that there are men who fall out of love with their wives and would cheat for just about any reason. It also made it clear that some marriages fail not because the woman was terrible, but because the man had lost interest in her. I'm, however, not impressed at how this movie sort of glorifies cheating at different times. Story plot: the story is refreshingly good. However, the buildup of the plot is one that initially gives cause for worry as the movie took off on an exciting note, but almost immediately blurred into a slow crawl with some unnecessary scenes. It then started to feel like one was watching one of those vlogs on YouTube as there were scenes that added nothing to the plot. Well, I learned how to add a little bit of oil to a toaster when making homemade sandwiches, so I'll give it to them. But for a film, it could be off-putting for an impatient viewer seeing that the movie really didn't get into rhythm until after about 27 minutes in. The background music started too quickly when nothing much had been shown nor emotions built up. It made me start to wonder what was going on. A tool for suspense and intrigue melted into what then seemed like a confusing ride with an Uber driver who takes an unexpected route, so much so that the passenger is forced to ask using the Nigerian pidgin English "Oga abeg, where you dey go?" Brilliantly, however, the writer did a smart one, especially when Nonso was introduced. This then turned things around. From there on, the plot experienced a drastic shift. With some twists and turns, the ride then got on track. It almost lost its focus again at the scene with the spiritualist, especially because that didn't add up, but later got back for good. In the nutshell, the plot is not very in-depth, but it's commendable. Performance: I've always loved Lilian Esoro's delivery and interpretation of roles from way back in the comic TV show Clinic Matters, starring the iconic Frances Odega and others. And indeed, she didn't disappoint here as she did what she knows to do best. Her charm, carriage, and dentition were spot on as always. Seeing Nonso Bassi on the poster as one of the cast made me click to watch this even faster. And dude came through. His delivery playing the role of Tae was smooth. I couldn't get enough of him film-wise, please don't get it twisted. Deza also did great. My best character in this film, I'd say, is Benny's mom, played by Obi Titus. She gave a balanced interpretation of a mom who's supportive of her daughter yet doesn't withhold the truth either. Be that as it may, the lady who played the therapist would need some brushing up, as the first scene she appeared in didn't really go well. Something was off. She later picked up though. Same thing goes for Chinwide Mili, who played the role of Tessie as side chick. Technicalities, picture quality is vivid with good camera angles. Audio is good. Makeup, location, wardrobe, and costuming are good. Direction was also brilliant. The movie is not suitable for younger viewers as there are depictions of sexual activities and languages. Viewers' discretion is therefore advised. Observations or questions? 1. Of course, the first thing you'll spot is the title insurance company, which had no business with the content of the movie. There was no insurance here, and the only company we heard of was an abstract one, which wasn't so much of an integral part of the film. This is becoming a trend now, I see. I guess it's safe to say someone in the team is an affiliate of accounting or its related field. In the light of that, a more appropriate title would probably have been diminishing returns, cause after Benny returns back from her program overseas, her marriage started diminishing. Laughable still, but let's just pretend this fits in better too. Those extra cast featured at the dining table in the beginning of the film were not necessary. They added nothing special nor beneficial to the plot. In fact, they even made for a bore in the first act. Samuel and his wife alone should have been just fine. 3. Towards the end of the second act, Samuel drives past his wife's car without noticing her car. How did he not know his wife's car? Did she do a quick hire? We don't know. In fact, we don't even know if she had her own car or not, being that she had only just returned from abroad. 4. Yet again, I ask, just how quick are divorce proceedings in Nigeria? 2 days. 1 week. Haba no. All this sign the divorce papers in a twinkle of an eye in Nollywood scripts is becoming annoying. 5. Is Tae a twin? We don't know. In fact, not much information is given of his character. 6. What happened to Samuel and later became of him? Can we say it's as a result of karma? In real life though, karma isn't always so, especially the way Nollywood portrays it. 7. Why did Benny not travel to see her mom instead? Calling her to take the next available flight to come meet her in that short space of time, and for the reason she did not exactly give much respect to her mother. More so, we are made to believe that she just got back from overseas. Hence, in my opinion, it would have been much better and more believable if she did the traveling. 9. This film tried to put side chicks in the good books, but dating a married man alone in itself is already a free ticket into someone's bad books. 10. Conclusion: I loved that this film wasn't all that predictable. It's applaudable how engaging it became later on in the second act. The choice of lead actors made the film worthwhile, otherwise it wouldn't have come out this nice. Not all that compelling. I am glad I did enjoy it to some extent. Rating will be 5/10. Have you seen this? What did you think?